Welcome into a special edition of Chic and Ball. I'm your host, Els the Truth, and today we got a huge show. We got our 2023-24 WNBA first round mock draft, and we're going to be doing it draft style. Each team will have 1 minute to make a pick, except the Indiana Fever, who have 30 seconds to make their pick, only because the first pick is a goddamn consensus. We all know who that's going to be, so we ain't going to waste much time on that. And as you can see, we already got the clock moving, so let's get this ball rolling. Looking at the Indiana roster, you see some nice talent on the team. Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, of course. Erica Wheeler out there shaking them up like red pepper flakes. And with that said, the pick is in. And with the first pick in the 2023-24 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, Iowa State Hawkeyes. Yeah, I know, you're shocked. Who would have guessed? But look at this chest pass. Can you imagine her throwing that up to Aaliyah Boston? I mean, how the hell you gonna double down on Aaliyah? Y'all got some problems. And another chest pass so beautiful, they look identical. And you know what else gonna be identical? That goddamn Rookie of the Year voting. Y'all looking at the unanimous Rookie of the Year for next season. Los Angeles Sparks picking number 2 in the draft. You can see the players on this roster here. This team is loaded with guards. Lexi Brown missed the whole season damn near, so she gonna be coming back. Zaya Cook was their draft pick last season, so you know they're looking to get more out of her. Jordan Canada led the league in steals, 5'6", but play like she's 6'5". And of course, the two players that everybody tuned in to watch, the ones that put butts in the seats, Chiney and Nneka Ogwumike. But I'm going to just reiterate it like I did on episode 2 when we recapped the Los Angeles Sparks. Nneka Ogwumike been carrying this franchise on her back, and they need to get a star next to her real quick. But with about 10 seconds left here, let's get ready for the Los Angeles pick. And with the second pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Los Angeles Sparks select Paige Beckers, UConn Huskies. Now this right here is a special motherfucking player. To come back after an ACL tear and look like you ain't had no damage done at all, shit's fucking legendary. And watch what I tell you, LA probably gonna have more national televised games than anybody outside of the Aces. And did you just see that fake left and go back and scoop to the right hand? Crazy. And right here on the next play, we got her running a break, going up and scooping under the contact and finishing. Hey, my girl Paige is hella resilient. She out there pushing off that knee with more confidence than Miss America. Underrated part of her game is her playmaking. Look at her drop the dime into the post. And even though her teammate didn't finish it, trust me, Nneka gonna finish that. But she still followed it up, got the offensive rebound and the easy 2 points. And look at this, unfazed, dead-eye jumper. But we got the clock moving on Phoenix, who will be picking number 3, so let's take a look at their roster. And for real, this Mercury offense and defense need help. The offense was Swiss cheese, the defense was a turnstile. So many gaps in that defense, you could have parallel parked in it. And with the 3rd overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Phoenix Mercury select Cameron Brink, Stanford University. A nice post-playing stretch forward to pair with BG. She can pick it up and get loose on a break if you don't catch up. And I mean, she's super long with it. 6'4", but you would think she was 6'8". And I don't know how y'all gonna shoot over Cameron Brink and BG. They gonna instantly turn every team into the Golden State Warriors of 2016. And I hope you seen my arrow there. I pointed her out in the post because I want you to see that she started out posting up, came back, and then did a triple threat move and got to the rim. Give me that little shit. And then on this next play, you see her get the position on the offensive rebound and go up and finish real easy. And this is what you do when you got a small defender on you. Swaddle they ass like a newborn baby. And she a star in her own right. She definitely gonna put butts in the seats. But now let's move on to the next pick. And with the 4th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Seattle Storm select Aaliyah Edwards, UConn Huskies. The 4-year college stats don't tell the full story. She is a walking bucket, averaging about 17 points the past 2 seasons, and she make it look easier than boiling water. She proves she can play beside a star like Paige Beckers because she'll need that playing in Seattle alongside Jewel Lloyd. Now pay attention to the arrow here on the baseline and watch her push people out the way. She too strong for this level. And that was just on the offensive end. Let me show you the rebounding on the defensive end. Thank you, I'll take that. In the last 2 years for the UConn Huskies, she's averaged about 9.5 rebounds and even had a 23-20 game against the Creighton Blue Jays her junior year. Now we got the Dallas Wings picking 5th in the draft. Let's take a look at their roster. And this team is loaded up like a baked potato. Very deep at multiple positions. So let's take a look and see who they're going to be picking at number 5. And with the 5th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Dallas Wings select Angel Reese, LSU. To me, she honestly could be 3rd pick in the draft, but I know a lot of GMs going to listen to ESPN and not do their own scouting, and they going to miss on her. And they try to say she ain't smart, but watch this. She catches the ball in the post, they double down, she passes it out, gets it back, spins out the double team, and scores the and one. But now let me show you why she really should be number 3 pick in the draft. She about to show you something that can't a lot of players do. First, she cleared a rebound over 4 different players, and then proceeds to dribble that motherfucker up the court like Kevin Durant. Eventually, she draws the foul, but how many players you know in the W right now that can get a rebound and take it coast to coast? And nah, this ain't no one-time thing. Here it go again for you. And on this one, as she brings it down, she's staring down 4 defenders in the paint, and she still take all of them on and get a foul drawn. And on this last one, when she picks it up, she's driving down the court, and she see they done built a wall for her like she Giannis or something, so she had to pass out of that one. But let's keep it moving. Washington Mystics picking number 6. Let's have a quick look at their roster. And with the 6th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Washington Mystics select Ria Jackson, Tennessee Lady Volunteers. And I know a lot of y'all probably never got to see her play because she missed a lot of time due to injury, but just in the last 3 years in the game she has played, she's averaging about 20 points per game. Minus the injury history, she probably will be considered to be a top 2 or 3 pick. And at 6'2", watch her catch the ball up top and finish over 2 defenders. And on this one here, you'll see her ability to move her feet on defense, which she'll need when she got to switch out on them guards in the W. Then right here, real quick, jab step, pump fake, and oops, I'm gone. Drop step, easy bucket. But there you have Ria Jackson, Minnesota Lynx picking next in the draft. Let's take a look at their roster. This was basically a 2-woman show. Fisa and K-Mac, Diamond Miller definitely contributed a little bit, but that was pretty much it. But they still got Coach Reeves. Let's see who they're taking here at number 7. And with the 7th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Minnesota Lynx select Hailey Van Lith, LSU Tigers. Played her first 3 seasons at Louisville, averaged 20 points her junior year before transferring to LSU. I personally don't think she's the best guard in the draft, but I do think she's the most physically ready to play in the W. In their first few years, we thought she was all just a scorer, but she showed us here in her senior season that she's more of a playmaker than we thought. And right here, you see the rebound drop right to her in the breadbasket, and she gets straight into attack mode. Defense so worried about her shooting that she able to drop the dime. And we all know how Fisa get down on that block, and when she kick it out to Hailey for that catch and shoot, straight cash like 3-card money. And on top of the 3-point stroke, she is a 94 feet defender. I hope she can do that in the W and don't get her ankles broke, but she be playing up real close on defense. Next pick in the draft will be made by the Atlanta Dream. And with the 8th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Atlanta Dream select Alissa Pili, Utah Utes. She wasn't on a lot of people's draft boards coming into the season, but what she been doing her senior year is just ridiculous. Atlanta needs another player to pair with Cheyenne Parker. They got Ryan Howard and McDonald, 2 young players to build around. Alicia Gray, very underrated, probably one of the better players in the league, can start on any team. And Alissa Pili, as you see her knock down that 3, she gonna add more space into the Dream. Even with the shooters they already got, Cheyenne Parker can hit that. Alicia Gray can knock them down. And we all know Ryan Howard is motherfucking unconscious shooting that ball. But last quick note for Alissa Pili, she played her first 3 years at USC and been averaging 22 points per game since transferring to Utah. And if you ask him why I got her being drafted this high, then you clearly ain't been watching the games. Next team picking at number 9 will be the Dallas Wings. And with the 9th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Dallas Wings select Jacy Sheldon, Ohio State University. Now this is my favorite player in the draft, not only because she's from Dublin, Ohio, and I'm from Cleveland, and she went to O State, so you know that's the home team, but she played like a motherfucking track star. She run up and down the court the whole game and don't look tired one bit. And look at this right here. Right off the catch, quick bounce pass through 2 defenders. She get that ball moving quicker than Tom Brady. And I know that might be a little hyperbole, but you gotta understand, she that girl in Ohio. And look at that, sidestep to the left for 3. By far the best on-ball dribbler in the draft. Now keep your eye on her here on the baseline. I'm about to show you some of that track star speed I was talking about. Now you see the home team tip the ball, and she picks it up well beyond the free throw line, drives it coast to coast through 3 defenders, and goes up with more confidence than the bear in the fish pond. And not only do she play with speed, she also play with high IQ, making decisions real quick off the pick and roll or pick and pop. And they also tried to say she wasn't strong, that's why she ain't a high pick, but look at this and one. And I know for sure they gonna try to test her strength in the W, but they also gonna have to see about that speed. And I got one more play from Jacy. Let's show you how she actually run the team. And this also show you why I said she the best on-ball dribbler in the draft, because you see they not testing her. She'll mess around and blow by you like secondhand smoke. But let's keep it moving. Clock is at 0 with the 10th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. The Connecticut Sun select Camila Cardoso, South Carolina Gamecocks. 6'7" finesse player, got 2 points as soon as she put her hands up. She can grab your 10 boards and get 2 blocks just by getting out of bed. She's not very fast, but she's quick enough to recover on defense if somebody try to blow by her. And like I said, she get blocks just by putting her arms up. And what's funny is she really don't need much effort. Look at this play right here where she just moseying on around. She didn't even set a real screen, but when she got back to the post up, she sealed off the defender and scored real easy. And at 6'7", look how she anchors this South Carolina defense. She sealed off the first defender and ran her out the paint. Stonewalled the second defender who passed it off. And one thing not many bigs can do, she switched out on a guard on the perimeter and then got the final stop and the rebound. That's 3 players she stopped on 1 play. And last quick note on Camila Cardoso, just want to show you that sweet shooting stroke. She don't shoot jumpers, but somebody can work with that and get her some mid-range game. But let's keep it moving with the number 10 pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. The New York Liberty picking at this spot select Elizabeth Kitley, Virginia Tech Hokies. Now Liz over there playing in the ACC, she basically been running that thing. She's led the ACC in mostly all the offensive and rebounding categories since she touched court. Not only has she been a double-double machine, she be blocking the hell out of some shots. And at 6'6", she'll instantly be the tallest player in that Liberty locker room. And they definitely need some height to try to get stops on Angel Wilson. Now as you see her right here snatching rebounds over them defenders. I also want to show you some post play because I showed you some jump shots in the beginning. As you can see, they tried to send a double team, but she spent through both of them and went to the left. So that shows the mid-range ability and the post-up ability. And if she's there for New York, they have to take her. And on this last play, this is what you love to see. Somebody never giving up on the play. First, she saves the ball in to a teammate. Then she gets back and pushes the defender, grabs the O board, and finishes. And hey, that's what that 6'6" height do for you in the W. Probably already taller than half the league. But let's get into the last pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. The LA Sparks picking here select Charisma Osborne, UCLA Bruins. Now they didn't have a front row seat to watch her the last 5 years at UCLA, so they probably got a good read on her. And I know they got a ton of guards and they just drafted Zaya Cook, but honestly they didn't get enough production at the guard position to warrant everybody keeping their spot. As you see her right here still in the inbound pass and getting it to Kiki Rice for the layup. She's not very ball dominant, she keeps the ball moving and is a very good shooter, which we all know LA gonna need with Paige Beckers and Nika Ogwumike. And on this last set, I want to show you that sweet jumper. Run around the screen and splash. But here's a quick recap of our first round mock draft selections. Again, my favorite players in the draft, Angel Reese and Jacy Sheldon. Best player will be Caitlin Clark. Second most upside is Paige Beckers. Best defender and rebounder, Cameron Brink. Best scoring potential, I would probably have to say Ria Jackson. Aaliyah Edwards probably going to get the most offensive touches because Seattle really don't got no scores. I think Hailey Van Lith can turn out to be a really good player, but I don't think she a star. Alissa Pili, she can be a star as long as she can stay on the court because she does have a tendency to loaf around a little bit. Camila Cardoso and Liz Kitley going to last in the W just off height alone. Charisma Osborne going to have to play real hard if she want to last in this league, but she definitely should get the chance. But there you have it, guys, our 2024 WNBA first round mock draft. Feel free to comment and tell us where you think we went wrong, but I think this shit's spot on. I'm Elsa Truth for PRNM. Talk to you on the next one.